we are doing in our code. So for example, we started a code, we made a couple of HTML, JavaScript and CSS files. Let's say we wanted to save or log something. Well, we use Git to save it and log it. So whenever you wanna go back to something, you can use Git to go back. And also Git is perfect for people who are working in teams, as they could branch out and test different ideas and experiment without interfering with the main project. Okay, before we start, what do we need? Well, we actually need to download Git, and we download it from here. I will provide this URL down in the descriptions. Make sure you download it for the system you're on, so Windows, Linux, or Mac. So downloads, that should be easy enough. Um, and then once we start, we can go to this documentation, and this documentation has everything you need to know, the commands, the basics, and I'll also provide this in the description below. Alright, so once we downloaded Git, let's do this following command: git version. Alright, well, you can use this command for one or two reasons. Uh, First reason is to actually know what version you're on in Git, and the second use is to know that you actually installed Git in your system. If you haven't installed Git in your system, this will throw back an error. So this is a good way to know whether you've got Git installed or not. Alright, so now once we've done with that, we need to configure a global username and a global email. Well, what this means, you won't ever use this name and email to sign in with anything. What this is, if you're working with a team, well, your team will know when you're logging something, meaning when you're putting somewhere, so other people will know what changes you made. They will know who changed it and their email. So I won't do this since I've already done this, but you can just do that. Put your name in and your email. Let's go down here. Alright, so in every project we need to initialize Git. So we do Git init, and that's initializing it. So that's simple. Git status. This command is one of the most useful command in this video. So what Git status does is that it gives you anything that needs to be added and committed. What is add? Well, adding is something. So let's say you make a new file, and this file is in committed with Git. So before you commit anything, you have to add it, so it's prepared to be committed. So you can add all the files you create, or you can add specific things. But before we go to that, we'll show what Git status does. So Git status, right? So this is expected since we don't have any new files or new things. So let's see what this means. We're on the branch master, meaning we are on the branch of the main branch. This can change if you're in a different branch, and how you get in a different branch is when you make a new branch, so you can experiment and try new things. And this says no commits yet, meaning we don't have anything added. So it's telling us to create a copy file and do git add. We'll come back to that. Well, it's telling us to do that now. Let's see what happens if we do git add without having any new changes. Well, let's do this. Git add dot. What dot means? It means that git add all the files everything that you changed and all the files you created. So let's do that. Alright, so let's go back to git status. Alright, the term, oh, never mind. Alright, yeah, again, it'll show us this since we really didn't add anything because we had nothing to add. So I'm gonna clear this again. Okay, now let's actually add something. In this is Visual Studio Code. I'm gonna add a file called index.html. Oof. Hold up. HTM. Alright, it's apparently index.htm. Let me test this out. Yeah, apparently it's HTM now. I've got no clue. So let's save this. Since we made a new file, let's try git.add now. No, not git.add. Let's do git add all. Now let's go to git status. Alright, now we have a new file in green that is ready to be pushed. I mean, not pushed, ready to be committed. Alright, so now, how do you commit? Well, git commit. You're telling Git to commit, but you also need a message flag because you need to give a message of what you committed. So let's try to make this simple, but also give a lot of information. So this is simple. So created a HTML file. Alright, so create a HTML file. Now let's go back to Git status. We've got nothing there. Let me just clear this, make it a bit more clear. We've got nothing there. So now let's see. So how do you see what you committed? We do the command git log, and this will give you the log of all the past commit, not by yourself, by everyone if you're working with a team. So git log. Look, the author Bilal, my name, my username, my Gmail, and the date and time, and it gives the message that I wrote, and it commits it in here. What this is a hex. We'll come back to this later. Alright, now let's clear this. I still want to talk about git add a bit more. Let's add more files. App.js and style.css. Alright, now we've added two files. What we could do is git add all, but let's say you don't want to add the style.css yet, but you want to just add the app.js. So what you can do is app.js and specify, but you also could do more than app.js. You can do style.css, but since we've all got two files, no need to do that. So delete this, and let's add this. Let's go to git status again. Alright, now it's saying we have added app.js new file, but it's also saying we have a style.css in the background that we've done nothing with, meaning we haven't added it or committed it. So let's commit app.js right now. So we do git commit message flag, and we write created app.js clear, and let's go to git log again. And now we've got two logs, one of them being create an app.js and the other one being create a HTML file. Let me close this because I always get this bug of this happening, so I'm gonna get a new terminal. Alright, so now let's git add style.css. So git add all. Since we've only got one file to add, we just add them all, and then git status. No, not git status. Git commit message, and this will be created style.js, no, style.css. Let's go back to Git Log. Now we've got 3 things. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got well, we have created a HTML file. We've also created an app.js and created a style.js, but it seems like these have duplicated. I've got to figure out how to fix that later on, but for demonstration purposes, there's no point. Alright, since we've seen how to add and commit now, let's see what the next step is. It's telling you how to make commits here, telling you the log. Alright, git checkout. So, see these hexes I was on about before? These are the hexes for your logs where you committed. So what git checkout does is remember, our first commit was committing our where's it gone? Well, our first commit was committing our index.html. For some reason, this is also only knowing HTML, but doesn't matter for now. And then our next one was app.js, and our third one was style.css. What if we wanted to go back to the point where we had our index.html? Well, I can better demonstrate this by actually adding stuff to this index.html. So let's give you a basic template. Give you a title of Git tutorial, and then write a div, and then give you h1 of hey. Let's open this up with live server. This is just hey right there. Now let's add some CSS to the body and give it a background color of, let's say, light blue, and we won't bother with border box, margin, and padding for now. We need to link it. And let's link the script. Alright, we've now linked both two files, and now you see the background blue. This is simple HTML and CSS. Now let's pull out the terminal again and write, since we edited and changed our index and style, we've got to add it. So git add all, and then we've got to commit git commit, give you a message of gave index a body and style some styling. This is a fairly long commit, but a fairly long message, but it's fine. Let's clear this, and yeah. Now we'll do git log, and we see gave index.html, gave a body, and styling some styling. Now let's do this. Let's go back to this code and go back to the style.css, and we'll give this a completely different color, because let's say we were working with a team and we changed our choice of color schemes, and we'll do a purple, and go back here, and now all the body's purple. But since we've changed it yet again, we have to git add. So git add, and then make a commit of changed background color. Yeah, let's clear this. Oh, close this. Alright, let's open Git Log again. Alright, now we have app.js, style.css. I have no clue where my HTML thing went, but I think some sort of glitch for me. Hold up. So Git Log. Create a HTML file. Added that and added that. Now we see this hex. This is the commit we're currently on, and we can tell that by this because our head is currently on the master. But what if we wanted to go back to this where we had our original light blue color? Well, what we do is copy the hex code, and then I need to get a new terminal. And remember, in here it told us to git checkout and give it a hash. So let's try that. Git checkout, give it a hash, and then this should work. And now let's close this, and now you've realized it went to purple back to light blue. And then let's go here, and then all of it's light blue. So that's how you go back where you committed something. Alright, this example may not be good, but I'll be making an example right now to further demonstrate this. So before we do that, let me go to git log, get this, no, give well, this is the one we're on now. Alright then, we gave it, we're still on this one, right? So let's make a new, well, I'm gonna change up the index, the style and everything. I'll come back when I've